The cause of the Home Depot data breach. The reason why this happened was because Home Depot was not able to secure third-party credentials that were stolen from a vendor. And what happened with this is it led to free roam of the network for the attackers. And what they did with that is they downloaded skim malware and put it on over 7,500 systems around the United States. For the post-analysis of the Home Depot actually didn't know this attack was actually going on for over 6 months, which led millions of accounts that were vulnerable. So what they had to do was they had to install encryption, which eventually made all the information useless. And also, Home Depot had to replace all their point-of-sale systems around every store in the United States. My recommendation to CHI, since there was bad third-party credentials, make sure everybody has them every week. And the point-to-point encryption will make everything tamper-resistant. And make sure there's proof of hardware and software configuration along with scanning each and every week.
Target's network was infiltrated by malware due to stolen third-party credentials from Fazio Mechanical Services, which is an HVAC technician service that services like the refrigerators and the AC found at Target. They were able to gain these credentials through a phishing email, and one of the employees was subjected to this attack. How we can do better to let Chai know what we need to do to protect our company is doing external attestation tests where we can score the companies that want to work with us and have access to our network by scoring how well they secure their own privacy and technology. Second flag that was found within Target's network was the Target's FireEye IDS system, intrusion detection system, flagged each version of malware that was detected infiltrating the network. What Chai needs to understand is utilizing this knowledge, they must have a response to when these IDSs flag potential traffic on the server and or network, because it is important to combat this and not just let it continue, because what Target did is they allowed it to happen but didn't have any course of response. One of my recommendations to Chai due to Target's breach would be do not passively wait on alerts, must take a proactive approach to find vulnerabilities within the system, such as zero-day exploits. It is important because that one thing could take down the whole system. You must develop a zero-trust policy with new attempts to connect to the network with a combined two-factor authentication, which will protect the system.
The Colonial Pipeline attack's primary trigger was the compromise of a VPN account password, which served as the entry point for the dark side hacking group. They exploited this vulnerability to launch a ransomware attack on Colonial Pipeline networks, and subsequently they issued threats to expose the company's data unless a ransom was paid. After the attack, Colonial Pipeline took several critical steps to contain the situation. First, they temporarily shut down the pipeline to prevent further vulnerabilities within the system from being exploited. Additionally, they enlisted the services of the cybersecurity firm called Mandiant to investigate the incident and mitigate potential threats. Law enforcement and federal authorities were notified, and a ransom was ultimately paid to facilitate the resumption of normal operations and protect sensitive data. My recommendation to CHI are as follows. Enforce MFA for all remote access accounts including VPNs. Implement robust password policies with regular changes and unique passwords. Shift to a zero trust security model. Keep software and system updated to reduce vulnerabilities. Regular backup critical data and validate the restoration process to avoid ransom payment in future attacks.